But is Fiverr really worth it? Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm a graphic designer who went from 0 to 5 figures within months on Fiverr. I'm also a creativepreneur, a stay-at-home mom, work-from-home mom, single mom, and homeschool mom all in one. I found that Fiverr was not for me, but I want to share the pros and the cons of Fiverr so that you can make that choice for yourself. So let's get into it. Before we get into the positive good stuff, I want to first say that when it comes to anything entrepreneurial and starting a business, always follow your intuition. It doesn't matter what he said, she said, they said about how to run a business or what to do. Always follow your gut, because in the end, you need to do what's best for you and not because someone said do this or do that. So keep that in your brain always. We're gonna start with the good stuff. So the first pro is Fiverr is excellent exposure. Just like Etsy, Fiverr is a worldwide platform. And so when I freelanced on there, I had clients from France, Italy, all over the United States, like clients from everywhere. So the exposure that you get working on Fiverr is insane. Fiverr really does the heavy lifting for you when it comes to marketing to the whole wide world, because they're literally pushing your gigs out to everyone. And that, my friend, is very convenient. The second pro is you can easily get repeat clients. Clients will come to you, you'll work together, you'll click, everything will go smoothly, and more times than not, they'll just keep coming back to you if they found that they've really enjoyed working with you, because why not? They've already worked with you, you already have a feel for their business. So again, more times than not, they will just keep coming back to you. You're making relationships, and sometimes those relationships can even go off the platform. It happened to me a few times where they just felt comfortable taking it off the platform, which means more money in your pocket, because then you're not paying for platform fees. The third pro is that you don't necessarily have to show your face. And this was something I was really appreciative of, is because say you're freelancing and marketing for yourself, you have to show up every day. You have to show yourself, whether that's Instagram, on YouTube, TikTok, you're showing your face every day. And Fiverr, you do not have to show your face. You can put your face on a thumbnail for your gig, but overall, you don't have to market for yourself. And I felt that was a breath of fresh air, because I don't necessarily want to be showing up every day to market for myself. So having the ability to just have clients push to me and then respond to them, and literally not having to jump on calls, not having to do FaceTimes, that was 10 out of 10 for me. If you're someone who doesn't like to do video calls, you don't want to have to call clients, you don't want to have to market yourself every single day, show up on social media, then this may be for you, because you do not have to do that in order to be successful on Fiverr. The fourth pro is that you have a greater chance of finding that unicorn client, that client that comes to you, you easily communicate, they're willing to throw their money at you, they communicate very well, they're very positive, they appreciate your work, they appreciate you as the service provider, and everything runs smoothly. You do the work, you send it to them, either they have a few revisions or they have none at all, you deliver it and it's done. Those, my friend, are dream clients, and you can find them on Fiverr. But with that does come the opposite, which I will talk about later in the cons. Fifth pro is that you can start making money fast on Fiverr. I went from 0 to 5 figures full-time income within a matter of 3 months, and it was truly life-changing. It showed me that I can be independent, I can have financial stability, and I don't have to show my face. And those 3 things, it was like a dream to me. Fiverr changed my life in that way. I know that Fiverr can be that for you too, if that's what you're looking for. You can not only start making money fast, but you can work from home. You can work from anywhere. Literally, the possibilities are endless freelancing on Fiverr. And the sixth and final pro that I would have to say about freelancing on Fiverr is that you can stack your offers. And what I mean by that is Fiverr has a gig, and within your gig, you have 3 different tiers of services. So say I was selling brand design, I could have the first tier be just a logo, and it would be your lower offer. Then you would have an offer that's a little bit more, and you would include a few more things. And then you would have your highest offer, which would really be the full package, and that is the most expensive tier of that gig. And then after you're done with that and you wrap up your clients, you can actually create a PDF with a thank you and then a bunch of affiliate links to continue making money. Me being a graphic designer, I would find affiliate programs related to what my clients would need, related to different design work or business related things like Canva Pro, for instance. So I could put a Canva Pro affiliate link in a PDF, and I will just have a single PDF with multiple affiliate links so that you can continue making money even after you're done with that client. Not only that, on top of it, you can then collect their email by making a landing page in order for them to get that PDF. So you're having repeat clients, you're collecting emails, and you're making additional money with affiliate links. And that is working smarter, not harder. For me, the cons outweighed the pros, but I want to be completely open and honest about everything I know when it comes to Fiverr so that you can make that choice for yourself. I no longer freelance full-time on Fiverr, but I know multiple people that have freelanced on Fiverr for 3 to 10 years plus, and they absolutely love it. They kill it. Long term, it could be for you. With every yin, there is the yang. So next we're gonna get into the cons. The first con is they do take 20% of your profits, and like most platforms, that is what it is. They have to make their money somehow. 20% is kind of hefty, but again, it is what it is. You have to pick and choose what you're willing to do. They market you to the world, they take 20%. Another thing that I want you to be aware of is they do take 20% of your tips as well. So after your order is complete, your client can decide if they want to tip you or not. And I've had multiple clients tip bigger tips, and then Fiverr takes 20% of that, which I think that is kind of scammy, that's kind of slimy, and I don't think that is right. But they do it, and I just have to let you know that if you get tipped, they will also take 20% of your tip. Second tip, which is the opposite of the unicorns, and what I found more often than the unicorns, is clients that are coming on Fiverr for cheap and fast work. Oftentimes clients that are looking for cheap and fast are not going to appreciate you, your work, your time, your efforts. And I was seeing that a lot, and that's really what drove me off of Fiverr, because I was just exhausted of putting in my efforts and someone not appreciating that as most would. So overall on Fiverr, the clientele is very hit or miss. You'll either find a client that's just coming in, getting it done, thank you, okay, bye, or repeat clients that absolutely love you, it's just a dream, they come in, get everything done, they keep coming back to you, or it's someone that could be just like a horror and they take advantage of you, they're looking for cheap, fast. Those type of clients are honestly extremely exhausting because you'll never be able to show your value to them, they'll never see that, and it is not your job as a service provider to beg your client to see the value in your work. Third con is that Fiverr favors the client over the service provider. So I have had a time where I had delivered the deliverables and they said, hey, I don't really like this, I want to cancel. And I'm like, hey, like I can do revisions, like I can make it however you want, like we can work together to make sure that you're in love with your final product. And they're like, no, I want to cancel. And Fiverr lets them cancel. So not only is your time out, you don't get paid for all that work you did. And Fiverr's like, yep, like if they want to cancel, they're allowed to cancel. And I think that's just so wrong, because there were multiple times where I put in so much time and effort on a project, took time away from my kids, fit it into my busy schedule, and then they were allowed to cancel and I got nothing for it. So just be aware that a lot of times Fiverr chooses the client over the service provider. And a little pro tip to add in there too, make sure that when you are delivering your deliverables, they always go in the delivery area, not the messages. Because there was one time where I sent half of the project, because there was a huge project, I sent half of it in the messages just so she could look at it before I continued. And she ended up taking all of that work and then canceling her order, and I got nothing for it. So make sure at all times, all work gets delivered in the delivery area. And when you're on Fiverr, you'll see what I mean. So the fourth con is that you don't have control over a contract. And what I mean by that is it's Fiverr's rules and Fiverr's rules only, and don't have the flexibility to have a contract. So say I was working off of Fiverr, I could add in, hey, if you don't like the work and you back out, that's on you, but I'm still getting paid for the work that I put in. Or, hey, I have the rights to this, you have the rights to this. Or like, hey, you'll have this many revisions. If you go past, it'll be an upcharge. If you don't respond in a certain amount of time, it'll be an upcharge. Just the flexibility of writing down the do's and don'ts of how you want to control your business. You don't have that when working on Fiverr. It's up to Fiverr to make the rules. And I think that's definitely a con, because there are so many instances where if I were working off of Fiverr, those things would have never happened and I would have still got paid and my time still would have been valued. The fifth and final con I would have to say about freelancing on Fiverr is Fiverr's rating system. So Fiverr has a rating system based on how happy the client is, how fast you delivered it, how fast you communicate with your inquiries and your clients. And I know they did just recently update it, so I think that it'll be a much more positive experience. But the time that I was on Fiverr full time, it was just really challenging because they expect you to respond within an hour. They want you on that platform responding to inquiries and clients all the time. And it got to the point where it was just really toxic for me. I was at the park playing with my kids, responding to inquiries because I didn't want my rating to go down. Or I was at a 4th of July picnic responding and communicating with clients because I didn't want my rating to go down. And that just really becomes toxic. There is no reason that anybody should be communicating with clients all day, every day long. There has to be a balance or you're gonna burn out, like I did. So again, they did just update the system very heavily on how they rate the service provider. And I think it will be a better experience, to be honest, but just know that they do want you to be on their platform and they want you to be quick, provide quick services, communicating quickly. And for me, that was just not doable because I am a single mom and I do have other things going on. I do homeschool and I could not be on there all the time with my lifestyle. Now, as we're wrapping up, I did want to shout out a few takeaway tips to make it easier for you to decide or to just know before starting on Fiverr. The first one is to set boundaries. Please, please, please set boundaries with your clients so that before you start, there's an understanding of how the process is going to work, what you're going to deliver, how many revisions, because the more the client knows how it's going to work, they can make that decision beforehand if they want to work with you or not. And the next thing is look for red flags when you're communicating in your inquiries. If you want me to do a video on what red flags to look for, drop it in the comments. But look for red flags, because if you see a single red flag, more times than not, you're going to start that order with that client and it's just going to be a mess, because when they show their true self in the inquiry, trust me that it will not change. When that order starts, the toxicity will just continue on. The second takeaway tip is, I would say, if you have never freelanced before, Fiverr is an excellent place to play trial and error, to see what you want to offer, to play around with what you want to deliver, to play around with your packages and what type of client you're looking for. It truly is the best place to use as like your playground and get that experience, because I would not be able to be the freelance graphic designer I am today without Fiverr. Last takeaway tip, do not settle and do not take any crap from any clients. When I would settle for clients that I didn't necessarily want to work with, it just took all the energy out of me because I didn't enjoy it. It didn't light me up. So when you choose things that light you up and make you feel good, the experience is so much better than when you choose a project that you're just like, whatever. And then it's just like, it just drains you because you don't love it. You're just doing it for money. And I found through my experience that when I do things just for money, it normally doesn't end well. And it leaves me frustrated, mad, annoyed, all of the things. And I'm just like miserable. Don't settle, choose your clients wisely, take no crap, set boundaries. And if you want to go experiment on Fiverr, because I think it is a really great place for experimenting. It isn't the place for me, but it might be the place for you. So that's a wrap. I hope that these pros and cons were helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. And I hope you have the best day ever. Bye.